always be having to clear my throat. Should be doing all of that before I thought. And I wanted to pop over and talk to y'all real quick. So, I'm trying to figure out how I can tell this. Anytime I tell y'all stuff, it's based off of like my experiences. So I don't even think I talk to y'all about anything I don't know about or have experienced personally. I just don't. Oh, who am I? I'm Reagan Adams with Dating Instead, Who Killed It, the Build a Man workshop in patches and perspectives where we make bad hair days look good. This is a part of my brand, but I'm in a rebrand right now, so you'll be seeing some things coming down the pipe. All right, cool. So real quick, I didn't do nothing to, okay, I'm sorry. Be trying to adjust myself on camera. This hair, Lord, why did I start messing with it? Okay. So I was at a table talking to some people, and we were talking about relationships, because y'all know that's my thing, right? We were talking about relationships, and I was talking about an event that needs to be hosted concerning relationships. And in this season of my life, I'm going to err towards unity always. I believe in what the Bible says when it comes to relationships concerning being submissive. I also believe in partnership within a marriage. I don't believe because it's submissive that you don't get the woman doesn't get a say in the marriage. But with this particular event or any events that I do, I'm really going to err on the side of men more so than women. And it's for a reason. Hear me out. Because I really believe that men are not really hurt in relationships. I just don't. Because the narrative has always been pushed that it's happy wife, happy life. What the woman wants is that's what it's supposed to be. And so as long as the wife is happy, the men don't matter. And that is just absolutely not true. I believe the opposite. And I actually saw the opposite when I was married, when I was dealing in relationships, when it's reciprocation. When you have a good person, I talk about this all the time, when you have a good person and you pour into them, they will pour back into you. And so when you reciprocate, you will lack nothing in your relationship, right? All right, cool. So I was talking about a event that I would like to have. That sun just came out. I was talking about an event I would like to have, and I was talking about a specific person that I would like to see on the panel. And I was like, he's divorced now, he's newly single, he's handsome, like he's very articulate, and I think he will be great for the panel. And I don't know him up close and personal, but the ladies who were sitting at the table with me, they do. So apparently they knew some personal things about him. And so everybody face turned up, like, and one of them just came out and said, I don't want to hear nothing he got to say pertaining to relationships. I don't want to hear nothing because he X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. And I was like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Like, dang, they was wearing him out. And so I let them continue to talk. So I was just like, okay. So, but I'm going to be honest, when I'm a people's person, like, even though I don't know him per se, it's like, I feel like I can't really talk about the situation like I want to talk about it. But if it's somebody in close proximity to me, and I rock with you, even if I'm listening to something you say, or whatever it is, this can be a man or a woman. I am one of those people who are going to take up for you. I'm not going to let nobody talk about you. Like, I'm not going to do it. Because a lot of the times when people talk about people, they talk about them like their life is sinless or like they're perfect. And that's what it grinds my gears. So I let her finish, and I was trying to make sure while she was talking, I calmed myself down. Because I know I be like this, like, what? And I be wanting to hurry up and double dutch on into the conversation, and my attitude don't be right. So I let her finish. What I ended up saying is, Since you told me all of these bad things about him concerning relationships, this makes me want to listen to him more. Because how God started having me look at people who have certain issues is there's a why behind why they do the things they do. Because let's just say this, even though this person is a Christian or in a leadership position when it comes to Christianity, what I need people to understand is he or she, whatever, is still in, like, they're still human. They're still, we have flesh. Like, just because we're saved, that doesn't negate us from sinning. Like, we're still going to sin. And that's why Jesus came. Jesus had to come because nobody could keep the law. People was getting killed for nothing. Like, they would do little things, and it's like, we need somebody to help us because we can't keep the law. We can love God, we can do all the things, but we're going to sin. We're going to sin. And I don't care what leadership position you are in, you're going to sin somewhere. It's just what it is. Now, are leaders held to a higher standard of regard? Absolutely. Because we are leading the flock and people are watching us. So I got that. And I'm included in that, right? Yeah, but I'm not his type of leadership. But I have people who follow me. So I still have to be a certain way. You understand what I'm saying? All right, here we go. So this girl was running him through the ground like, I don't want to hear nothing he got to say because he got X, Y, and Z. And I said, did you ever stop to think about him on a personal level? He just recently got a divorce. Number one, you don't know what he went through with that divorce. And another thing women need to stop doing, this pisses me off. Please stop acting like men be acting out and don't got nothing to do with you. Oh, girl, he just was tripping and he was, but you ain't gave him none. You ain't gave him no sex. You ain't gave him nothing that he needs. You don't listen to him. You don't respect him. You are selfish and you think it's about you all the time. But then when he responds and he acts out or he cheats, it's his problem because he doesn't have, he doesn't know how to sustain himself. And sustain is not the word I'm wanting to find. Because he doesn't have any self-control. Thank you, Holy Spirit. He doesn't have self-control. But you want him to be in the house and not have no sex and touch you, get no head, no nothing, no cuddles, no nothing. But it's on him. Get the heck out of here. Like, accountability for women is at an all-time low. Some of us are getting better. I'm going to put me in it too. And I can talk about it because I was her. I didn't want to give my husband no sex. But he was cheating too. But I mean, it was a lot of stuff going on. But I had to realize my part in the marriage. It wasn't just him acting out. Because there's a why behind everything we do. And if we don't start looking at the why, we will never be able to solve the problem to get us back together. All right, let's go. So the girl, because I got to get out of here. So the girl was like, I'm not listening to him. And I said, really? You don't know what he went through in that divorce. And let me be honest, when you start having sex, especially in a marriage, and you have sex readily available to you, and you are a Christian, when you come out of that and you're trying to abstain from sex because we're not supposed to be having any sex while we're not married, it is hard. Ask me how I know. I've been wanting to get stretched out for it's going on 3 years. I've been wanting to get stretched out. Do you understand me? And I know who to call to get it from. But I'm not doing it because I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to do right. I lead the singles ministry at my church. I can't be like, y'all, I'm getting bust down. And y'all can do it too. No, I can't do that. So what I want to know is, I want him on the panel because obviously he has some sexual prowess or something going on. And he's had issues in his marriage. I want to hear from him because I want to know what happened with you. What happened with you? What happened in the divorce? Like, I want to hear, because we can't correct a problem until there is a problem, to see what the problem is so we can correct it. If you walk around here like you ain't done nothing, I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening to you. If you are little Miss Perfect, little Mr. Perfect, I'm not listening to you. And furthermore, Christians who, and I've been having a hard time with that word here lately. We'll talk about that later. Christians who come around and act like, oh, well, honey, you heard she was sleeping with such and such's husband. Oh, you heard she was. Yeah, she did it. But have you read your Bible, Christian? Have you read your Bible, Christian? Because most of the people in the Bible that God used were a miss. And the only one I'm going to always bring up is David. We can even go from Saul. Saul was killing Christians. Did you hear what I said? Saul was killing Christians. David was cheating on his wife. He cheated with somebody else's wife and had her husband killed. And God said he's a man after my own heart. And you talking about me sleeping with somebody else? And God can't use me? And let me just be clear, and I've talked about this before, and I've talked about it in my book. When my ex-husband was in prison, I had an extramarital affair. I didn't go back to him after that because I knew once I said I'm going to decide to sleep with this man, I'm not going back to my husband. I had already mentally left my house. My husband cheated on me the whole marriage. I never cheated back, but once he went to prison and I started getting into this entrepreneurship thing and started kind of feeling myself and knowing all the things, and somebody hit my inbox and it's somebody that I knew, and I was like, I've been wanting to see about you anyway. That's what happened. And if I be really, really clear, in addition to me being like having coaching and being a coach in life, that extramarital affair really shaped who I am as a person, personally. And y'all listen to me. But just think if you had a thing like, oh, well, Reagan, I don't know about her. The people who got the worst story, the people who have the worst story be the ones that's going to come and change your life. And if you come to me acting like, oh, well, I don't do nothing. I don't do nothing lie. I'm not sitting under nobody in leadership. I'm not listening to nobody who come to me and act like they ain't done nothing. I'm not doing it. Because it happened in the Bible. God got all kind of examples. And it's just like, Christians be like, I'm not listening to them because they are sinners. You a sinner too. God showed me that really, really early when I was married. And I tell this story all the time because it helped open my eyes to how people really are. And to how I was. I had very low self-esteem in my marriage when it came to being like secure in my marriage. Because like I said, my ex-husband cheated all the time. And so when we would see other couples, and it was one specific couple that we saw, everybody used to compare us like, oh, well, she's just like her. But nah, I'm me. But there go Firefly. I keep talking about these fireflies. It's the ADHD I don't have. Anyway, a firefly came right to my window. So it's like it's an insecurity. And so when I was seeing her and seeing them together, I wanted us to be the it couple. I wanted us to be the thing. And I didn't want to have comparison with them until God said, I don't know why you so jealous of them. They have their own problems. And God lift the veil back and let me see what was going on in their household. And it was no different than what was going on in ours. It was just dressed up as a pretty picture. So I'm saying, if you ain't lived a life of sin for real that you can talk about, and then you be trying to talk to me and shoot me some stuff, I'm not listening to you. I'm not, okay, girl, because what can you talk to me about? Everything that I've been through, for the most part, I talk about and I teach about. My friend Kendra was like, Reagan, I wish you would quit telling people you had an extramarital affair. I wish you would stop telling people that, because they're going to think it's okay. No, it was not okay. But when this person found me, I had not had sex in 5.5 years. Penetration sex. I had not had sex. I needed to be touched. I'm going to be honest. I needed to be touched. And I knew he would be able to touch me where I needed to be touched, on my inside parts. And that he did. He did. And he did a great job. But he helped in the sense of, in that part, helped me get myself together. The things that I needed, I got from him. Was it wrong? Absolutely. It was wrong. Would I do it again? No. In that season of my life, I did not feel needed. I was neglected. I hadn't had sex. I was in a marriage of, we had money and it was straight, but that was it. There was no intimacy. There was no thoughtfulness. There was no nothing. So when I got somebody hit me in my inbox and said, show me those things. And also it was a different caliber of men than my ex-husband was. My ex-husband was in the street. This person was not. He's corporate. Got all the things that I would write down and be like, oh, okay. This is it. But had I not dealt with him, I would probably still make wrong decisions concerning men. So now, when I come and I talk to women, I'm going to say, this is what I went through. Do not do this. So before you go and cheat, we need to work on your self-esteem. We need to work on who you are. We need to make sure that we're working on, the things that you need. That's what we need to talk about. Because I've already walked the street for you. Not street like that, because I ain't selling no tail. But I done already walked that road for you. So you don't have to go and cheat with nobody's husband. You don't have to go cheat on your husband. You don't have to do that. Because I've done that for you already. I know what that feels like already. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. Because I did it. So, and I know where it came from. So let's go work on our self-esteem. Let's go work on, we have to abstain from sex. We got to go walk in our purpose. Because the reason I can be successfully single right now is because I'm all up and through my purpose right now. I don't have time to be worrying about and let me tell you, I want it too. Hey, I want it too. Listen to me. Sometimes those nights, especially when I'm on, oh Lord have mercy, when ovulation comes, baby, listen, I told you I'll be wanting a place to call because I know where to get it from. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go to sleep. Lord, gird up my loins. Don't shut the water off, because I'm gonna need it when I get married. But gird them up, Lord. Gird them up. I want people to be able to tell the truth in who they are and where they have been. Because if you don't, I don't have friendships. I don't have any type of I want pure authenticity in every relationship I have. Now, I'm not saying go out here and tell all your business, because everybody's not like me. They're not. I believe God has placed a grace on my life to really and tell my story and not care what you think. I believe God has graced me for that. Because at the core of me, I don't tell you my business just to be telling you my business. I tell you that because I want to help you. I tell you that because I want you to understand. I tell you that because I want you to be a better you. And I don't want you to make the same mistakes I made. So yeah, this happened. Because I've had people come to me with issues about, a lot of the women that I coach are married women who have cheated on their husbands. If I did not cheat on my husband, I would not be able to talk to them knowledgeably. And a lot of the women, especially women in church, because all of these women are in church, who do they talk to without getting judged? Who do they talk to about getting... You can't go to other church members sometimes and be like, look, my husband ain't touching me and I want to be touched, or his thing ain't working and so I want some. Because after 40, baby, listen to me, it's a thing. Where do I go when my husband can't touch me? What do I do? He ain't hitting it right. I don't want it, because I've been dealing with Ray Ray and he don't do like Ray Ray does me. Who do you go and talk to in the church without somebody saying you better pray about it? Because sometimes, I ain't gonna say prayer don't work. Prayer works, but you need other things in place. So they can come to me and talk to me, because I'm gonna tell them, hey, what you working in your purpose? What you doing? Because a lot of this is stemmed in your purpose. When you have a breakup with somebody, or you, like, when they come back or they see you, they should not see you in the same light they saw you before. They should see you winning. Like, God, dog, Reagan, listen to me. Hey, because let me tell you what I'm not going to do, and I just had this conversation the other day. You will not find me in the same place you found me when you left me. You're just not. And because I'm so busy, like, I may miss whoever it is, but I'm not getting ready to let that slow me down. For what? If I can't be with you, okay, cool. It's somebody else out there that's going to want me. But until then, let me go work in my purpose. Let me go level up. Let me go be the best I can be for the next person who's coming. That's what I'm going to do. And a lot of us are so consumed with other things, we're not busy enough. My daughter has been talking to me about her friend, and her friend was just saying, she was saying, and Mama, I don't know, because I can't really deal with her. She's always in everybody else's business. She worrying about the wrong thing. I said, because she don't have enough to do. She's not working. She doesn't have any extracurricular activities besides sitting in the house and worrying about these little boys. She doesn't have enough to do. You don't have enough to do if you worried about some dude. You don't have enough to do if you worrying about some other girl. Yes, miss them. Yes, I didn't say that time don't cross. Oh man, I just go work in your purpose. And if you are another person who acts like you goody two shoes and I'm so private and I don't do anything, I ain't do anything lie. Because if I put your thoughts on the screen, it's going to show me everything I need to know. Because your thoughts be nasty. Baby, listen, a lot of people, I tell y'all be like, oh, Reagan, you just so saved and sanctified. If y'all could be inside my thoughts, or even be inside my text messages, and because I didn't listen to me. Inappropriate. And if some of y'all too goody two shoe, if you really knew the stuff I have done in the past, and maybe a little sprinkle here and there in the future, a lot of y'all wouldn't fool with me for real. I'm only called to a certain amount of people anyway. I'm only called to a certain type of person. So I said all that to say, if you goody two shoes, I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to love you, but I'm not really listening to you, because you can't be free. And, I want people to be themselves. And a lot of the time, I'm going to say this and get out your way. A lot of the times, things that have happened to us, we try to hold on to them and we don't get them healed, and it keeps us from being our best selves. It keeps us from being our best self. And I don't want anything in my past, because that's what the enemy does too. He will send certain things to our lives, or maybe sometimes the Lord will allow those things, but they're for lessons. They're not there to stick around. But sometimes things in our lives have happened, even as children. They happen, and they keep us from being our best selves. And I'm not going to let that happen. And if you are connected to me, I'm not going to let that happen to you either. Even when you had things that have happened to you as a child, your mama didn't treat you right. Your mama was a narcissist. Your daddy was a narcissist, or your daddy wasn't around, or you were molested, or you were raped when you were a kid. I understand. I've been molested 4 times, 2 men, 2 women. I understand. I understand that. Understand. But at a certain age, at 46, I can't still hold on to that. It is my responsibility to take it to the Lord in prayer and work through those problems so they don't interfere with what God has for my life. And a lot of us are sitting in things that the enemy has sent, and they were sent as a stumbling block, but you're still in it. And you want to blame other people. I can't call and blame my mama for the stuff. Listen, I look at my mama now and I be like, man, before I didn't understand, I understand now. With my daddy, I didn't understand then, but I understand now, because I'm an adult. I see it. It's a lot of times I feel like I have slighted Kennedy. She doesn't have everything she needs, but she got everything. When she has everything she needs, she doesn't have everything she wants. And there's some things that I want to give her that I can't right now. And I feel bad. And I had to tell her this morning. I grabbed her hand and I said, I love you. And I had to tell her, I don't love you in the way that you want me to love you, because my daughter is extremely touchy-feely. Oh my gosh, it's a mess. I'm not, though. I didn't grow up with it. But I can't use that excuse of I didn't grow up getting touched and being hugged. When I was touching the wrong way, which it hurts your intimacy when you start getting in relationships. You see what I did there? Because I didn't get hugs and kisses and all the things here, I can't come here now and say, well, this ain't what I do, so I can't give it to my daughter. No, I can't do that. Kenny, I love you, and I apologize for not loving you in your love language, which is touch. I'm going to work on that a little bit, even though I don't like doing this, and it's uncomfortable for me. I'm still going to love you in the way that you need to be loved. And a lot of people don't talk about that, because you're going to need to do that not only with your children, but you're going to need to do that with your spouse. Y'all be wanting to love people in the way you want to be loved. Love them in the way they want to be loved. I was supposed to been off here. You guys have a blessed day. This is your girl, Reagan Adams with Dating Instead, Who Killed It, the Build a Man Workshop and Patches and Perspectives, where we make bad hair days like this look good. You guys have a good one.